So today is the last day of this year. It's the 31st of December 2023. It's the last day of this year. And oh my God, I'm so excited. I can't even contain my excitement right now. But above all, I'm so grateful to be able to see this day because in as much as I'm so excited, there are so many people who wanted to see this day, but they have not been able to see it. So I'm really grateful that I have seen this day. And I'm really grateful for this topic that we're about to handle today. But before I do that, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Terryn Wangui, and if you've been able to see this day, cheers. Today marks the end of a season, and then tomorrow or midnight day marks the beginning of another season. So we are cheering to that. Around 7 days ago, I turned 27 years old, and I am also excited. Cheers to that, and happy birthday to me. I'm so excited. Honestly, I am so excited of this new age. I just want to welcome you guys to our topic for today because I'm so excited. I don't know why, but I'm so excited for this topic. Like, have you ever been to that state in life you feel like you've learned a lot? I need to be given your degree, your certificate, because you are very sure you've passed. I'm so ready for a new chapter, and I can't honestly wait to see what is about to happen in the next new chapter, or what is going to unfold in the next new chapter. That's why I felt the need and the urge to document this. I am also just keeping myself in check, and I also want you guys to be part of this. So, guys, so sorry. Like I was just crying like a few minutes ago, and I was crying because of the flow of this content. Uh, this content is supposed to flow with point one being Thanksgiving, and I feel like I'm having a hard time exhausting this point because honestly, I didn't. At some point, I didn't feel like I was going to see the end of this year, and I've okay, I've done so many retakes, and I feel like I'm just emotional because when this month was beginning, like around 1st or 2nd December, I was in a really bad state, and I at some point I feel like my life was like going apart. But then I'm here, guys, trying to be strong, like. But ever since I started feeling like I'm getting back to myself again. I I've had this kind of positive energy around me, and I feel like that's the only thing that have been making me go on, like keep on going. But aside from that, I'm grateful because despite the way the month began, or the last couple of months have been, like 3 months have been, I am still grateful because I got to see like I'm emotional because like the end of this this day, which is the last day of the year, is like it's not the way I expected it to be. Like I at some point I just wanted the year to end and I just have another brand new year so that I can at least try to make amends and try to figure out things and try to just like lay foundation for myself. But then I just wanted to come here strong and all smiling, but I'm sorry, guys, I can't do that. I have had to take so many retakes on this, but I feel blessed. I feel blessed, and my first point is Thanksgiving. We ought to be thankful because not everyone got to see this year, the end of this year. It's a new chapter. It's a new page. It's a new book. I have had this three things meaning the same thing, three words meaning the same thing because all of us are on a different level. Some of us might be okay, maybe you are ahead, you're not far from where you want to be. So for you, it can be like a new chapter or a new page. Those are relatively close, but there are others who feel like they were a little bit behind, and you feel like you just want to, like for you, it's like a new book, like it's a whole new you, like you want to enter into another year with a whole new version of yourself. That can be like a whole new book. There's this other person who wants to, like, they know themselves, yes, but they want to do another chapter of themselves. So we are on a different levels. Since it's a new chapter, it's a new beginning, it's a fresh start. We ought to leave everything behind. Just leave everything behind things you'll not need in this new year, just leave them behind. Like I look at this from an athletics perspective. Like, you see the way they prepare for, like, before they hit the ground. You don't see them with jackets and heavy things when they're going to run, because they have light clothes, like things that will make them like move faster. You want to be as fast as lightning, so you will wear like very light things. So I'd like you guys for this new year to just leave everything behind. Leave everything. Okay, if you know these things, you'll not need it in the next year. Of if you know this thing is going to drag you in the next year, just leave it behind. Like, leave it behind and move into this new year with a mindset of victory, or a mindset of winning. On your mark, get set, go. Now you're ready to go, but where? Now this is the time you're supposed to lay out this foundation. Lay out this foundation, like have a plan and work towards it. No, just don't just lay out that foundation. Lay out that foundation, then work towards it. If you're a believer, or depending on your spirituality, this is the moment that you have a covenant with God. And I would not want to expound on this because this can be controversial, but it's good to have a covenant with God, especially when you're beginning a new year. You have all these things that you want to do. Yes, you have a plan. These are the things that I want to do in this year. But it comes a point where now you have to involve God. Okay, guys, for the first time I had, I'm so organized. For the first time, I'm so organized. Like, I have this point written down. Like, everything I wanted to discuss in this video, it's written down. And I don't know why. I was feeling like I'm breaking down because I'm trying to exhaust these points. And normally I don't plan things. I don't plan things. I don't plan things. But then when they have planned something, it's terrible because today I'm doing so many retakes. Most of the time, I just talk. It's like it's all figured out in my head. But when I just like write down everything, when it's when the camera starts to roll, I'm saying well, I don't want to self sabotage myself. I don't want to self sabotage myself, but well, this okay, writing down things, it's not helping me. I think for me, it's actually okay. Like, for example, let's read something that I had written for the third point. Not the actual work. Like, it's all written, like it's structured. Like, I have layers. Like, you see, let me show you. Okay, this is point one. Guys, point one was Thanksgiving. Now down below, I have this point and this point. Now this point is under this point, and then after this point is this, and this is like it's structured. It's well structured, but when it comes to talking, it's evaporating. But now I feel like I need to read because these points are not going down to waste. I wrote these things on my own without even research. Like, I felt like this for minutes. I felt like I was even a philosopher. I felt like knowledge was just ruling. You see, like so for that point, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for dissecting. Or now, when it comes now the actual work, now here comes the bucket list. For this point, I wanted us to lay down things that you feel are going to help you become the better version of yourself this year. It's good to have a plan or a framework, but clearly my plan isn't working because okay, have something that works for you. For me, like, writing down points is not helping me because I'm used to talking, like talking without referring to somewhere. Because I feel like once that those points are, you can't say them again. I feel like if I want to talk, I just talk. I just put the camera rolling and I have the points. I just get the point and not write down and then prepare myself, apply makeup and okay, prepare my okay. This way. So okay, but I still believe it's good to have a plan or a framework because Like for architecture, you can't just wake up one day and build a house without a plan. You see, some things just don't work. So do things something that works for you. Then the next point was like be intentional with the things you want to achieve. You're the only one who knows how bad you want it. So be intentional with yourself. Like for me, this is close to my heart. Uh, in this new age or in this new year, I feel like now this is something I want so bad for myself. I have been through so many things. I've been through a lot until it has come to a point where I just want to focus on myself. Someone, or I don't know where I got this from, but you can't pour from an empty cup. So you have to work on yourself first so that you can be able to work on others, so you can be able to do something to others. They say charity begins at home. So you have to do things for yourself first so that you can be able to do them to others. Like for example, you can't expect people to love you if you don't love yourself. It has to begin with you. You have to love yourself for people to love you, so that when they come to love you, there won't be like that empty, like a void, like an emptiness in you that someone is coming to fill. You understand me? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then I remember on 16th on 16th of December, I went to Crazy Kena's Happy Country show. I really needed that because that was like right after I had like this moment that, okay, I keep saying this moment, but I feel like one day in a much bigger space I'll be able to talk about it, but not here, not today. Maybe this will be the big space, who knows. So I was in this show and it was incredibly amazing. It was so fun, it was so comic. Like I was so proud of him. I don't know him at a personal level, but I feel like I'm watching someone's journey online, and then being able to see them fulfill their dreams. That was so good. Okay, apart from going there to love and have fun, I also went there to learn. Like after the show, he said like uh, he had planned for that exact show. Like he had that in mind since 2019. Those are so many years down the line. And seeing him like actualize his dream that day, he was so emotional after the show. He was crying, and it made, okay, things were running into my mind, and something came across, and I felt like, okay, this word came across my mind. Like I was talking to myself, like that inner me is talking to this person you're seeing right now, and that I was talking to myself and saying, people are succeeding today because they made plans yesterday, or people are succeeding today because they made plans in the past and worked toward your priorities, right, and pray about them. So in the first point, I had already exhausted about the second point, I'd already exhausted about leaving your baggages in this year. Like whatever you don't need in this year, just leave it here and go into 2024 like a new person, a fresh person. Like empty everything so that you can refill them in 2024. Are we together? So that is like general. But let's now get practical. We have many things we want, yes, but then the issue of urgency comes in. Like there's this thing. Okay, I'll give an example. There's this thing I wanted so bad. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if this is right to say. I don't think I'm ready to say this. But at some point this year, I was so stressed because I have been single for the better part of this year. Like I don't want to exhaust this because this is something else that I don't want to talk about here, like right now, maybe some other time. But at some point I was really talking to God, and I was telling God, I'm ready for marriage. I'm ready to settle down. I'm ready for a partner, like a very, very serious partner. And I was praying to God. I was really, really praying. Then it reached a point where I stopped praying. I think I was reading this, okay, I was listening to this sermon, and I don't remember the exact word, but at that particular moment, I stopped praying Like you see the way they say you be persistent in prayer. You pray today, you remind God tomorrow, and the other day. But then I sat down and I tried to think about it. If you've prayed about it today, God has not given it to you. You pray about it tomorrow, He has not given it to you. Then you pray the next day and the same happens. That should be a sign, not a sign to stop praying, but a sign to shift your focus. Like shift your focus and start, because God knows. God knows. Even before you pray, He knows what happened. Even before you pray, He knows you want to settle down. Like you feel like you're aging. Like I'm 3 years to 30, guys. 3 years. I know I don't look 30, but I'm 3 years to 30, and I'm terrified. Yes, I'm afraid. Yes, but now I'm not afraid. At some point, I just felt like I'm just leaving it to God. He knows the exact moment when He's going to bless me with whatever I want. And maybe for me, I might think I want that thing right now, but that's not what I need. Like that's not urgent. There's something else that is urgent in my life that God feels or God knows that I need something else urgently right now and not what I think I need. So at some point, whatever you think it's urgent, it's not urgent. You just leave it to God because I have been proven wrong. Like I am very ashamed of myself, but I've been proven wrong. And I don't know. I'm just glad that I can just sit down here and laugh about it because well, it has been crazy. It has been a crazy year. It has been a crazy year. It's not like I'm not praying about the same things anymore. I just reached a point. I left them to God, and I told God, Jesus, take the wheel because I've been trying to buy my own wheels and they're not moving. Guys, they're not moving. So there's something that I really need for myself right now, and I feel like for now I feel like this is the right thing. I don't know, but as I'm waiting for what I really desire, I have decided to work on myself and work on my relationship with myself, my relationship with God, my relationship with my family, and maybe work towards things that are going to improve my life and just leave the rest to God. So my priorities this year are just working on myself, just doing things for myself, not being selfish per se, but working on myself. Working on yourself doesn't mean you're being selfish. No, as I said, you can't pour from an empty cup. So you have to work on yourself so that you can be able to give. Yeah, point number 5. And I had written in my books, avoid repeating the same mistakes. Now this is me telling myself. Before I tell you guys, I'm telling myself to avoid repeating the same mistakes today, tomorrow. I want to be bold, because fear kills dreams. This is what I was telling myself. Fear kills dreams. Now, you see the between you and success, or between you and achieving things, the thing that you've been wanting so bad is that fear that you're having right now. That's what's standing between. That's the in between. That's whatever's standing between you and your success. So be bold. Don't fear. Fear kills dreams. So also I had written in my books, be careful of recurring habits. Recurring habits. And I also had a solution for you. You can achieve that by writing a journal or documenting, like whatever I'm doing right now, because the recurring issues are dangerous. So for this one, I'll tell you something about I don't journal a lot. I don't write in my diary a lot. And that's why it was easy for me to realize it was a recurring.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
A recurring mistake. Because at some point in 2020, 2019, I had made this mistake, and I'm very good at writing. You all can see I have good points that I have written down myself without the help of anyone. But I'm so good. My writing skills are they are top notch. They are pros. I'm working towards my presentation, and I'm very sure I'm gonna look at this video like in like a month or 2 months, because I'm trying to work on myself, and I'm trying to work on my presentation, because I know my writing skill is good, but when it comes to presentation, I have this fear that, you see, when I roll this camera, there's this fear that kicks in and steals my courage. But when I'm alone, I have it. Let me tell you, when I'm alone, I just wish we could have like I could have like a secret camera that can record me when I'm alone exhausting this point, and you see in the making of this point. And you see like this guru when it comes to making this point. So what I'm trying to say is that working on my presentation, I used to write a lot. Then one day I had this thing. I had written something on 27th or 28th July 2019, and I had written almost like 2 pages, because when I start writing, I start a whole page. I'm just writing. So it happened like the same thing. Whatever I was trying to pour, pour out my emotion. The same thing. The same thing happened on the exact date the following year. Like on the exact, it was 28th July the following year. The same thing, the exact same thing happened to me. And I then found myself as I was standing. Okay, I had stayed for a long time without writing anything in that diary, because it was something painful. And then I found myself turning on a new page. But before I turned that page, I went to the previous thing that I had written, and I found out I had written this. I'm going to write about the same thing that I had written 1 year ago. And then I sat down and started reflecting on why I'm in that position. And I found out that I had made the same mistake, the exact mistake. And life has a way of punishing you, because it happened exact time. So I just by journaling or by documenting that, I was able to realize I'm making the same mistakes over and over again, and it's time to stop. It's time to stop. So the same way this year, I can say I've made mistakes, yes. Maybe similar, maybe not. But it's time for me this new year, for me and you, to stop, to avoid making these new mistakes, or to avoid, or to keep track of these recurring habits that we keep on doing. And these are the things that are making us to be in the same position today, tomorrow, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So before this was actually like a bonus point under that point to avoid procrastination. Now for this video, I really wanted it to do. I wanted to do it like a week ago, but then my family was here, and I didn't have like I couldn't like have feeling this kind of video when I have my brother and sister here, and my mom. But uh, I also know I have been procrastinating, like I have been postponing to do some content. I have content, guys. I have content for this channel. I have notes. I have things that I want to do for this channel, but I keep on postponing them. And this is something that I may be sleeping on my own success, and maybe like I'm my own enemy. Procrastination is like a dream killer. You see, procrastination and fear, I feel like they're the same things. They're like they work together, because I may be procrastinating because I don't feel bold enough to do it today. I don't feel confident enough to do it today. So I feel like tomorrow I'll be ready. But what happens tomorrow, I'll not be ready, because I want to be ready the next day, which is the other tomorrow. So when I push this to tomorrow, and then tomorrow comes, I push it to the next day, I may be sleeping on my own success today. So we avoid procrastination. And guys, that's the end of the video. That's the end of the video. Imagine just like that. But now, since you have come to the end of the video, allow me to steal like 5 minutes of your time and just talk randomly. Now, this is me. This is me without notes. This is me talking, like pouring my heart out. There's something really important that I maybe have touched on it. I want to do this year, and I feel like it's important for each and every one of us. As you walk into a new year, please make sure you try and find yourself, because I feel like we have been lost. We have been lost in our thoughts. We've been lost, maybe in a different world. Maybe something happened in this year, and you don't have the strength, you don't have the courage to wake up from the ground, to wake up from where that thing left you, because we have been crushed. We were crushed. We were crushed this year. It was not easy. Like, okay, as a country, it was not easy. As a person, it was not easy. And I also know for you, it was not easy. So it's really, really important for you to find yourself. Like, try to find yourself and try to work on yourself. Try to, like, make this year, make it intentional for you to work on yourself, work on improving yourself. But I'm wishing you a happy, blessed new year. May God's favor be with you. May God's blessings locate you. May grace be your portion. Like, may grace locate you wherever you are. May this new year be the best year of your life. May you witness greatness in this year. Things that you've never even imagined in your life happen to you in this year. Amen.